If your wardrobe's been feeling chaotic, confusing, or just not like you, this video is your intervention. We're gonna unpack 7 signs your closet is silently stressing you out and how to fix each and every one of those signs. And what it actually says about where your life is right now. It's gonna literally tell you where you are in your life right now. Real talk. Have you ever stood in front of the closet fully dressed and still felt off? Like, yes, I'm wearing pants, but emotionally, I am a little unwell. Yeah, I've been there. Okay, we've all been there. Because spoiler, it is not just the clothes, it's literally who you're becoming. And stick around to the end because I'm sharing the one mindset shift that completely changed how I shopped and dressed and honestly spent my money. It's exactly the thing that stopped me from spiraling into another late night Zara haul every other weekend. It's crazy. Sign number 1, getting dressed feels like a chore and not your very own ritual. Hi, I'm Maria, and let's talk about mornings. Now, I'm not a early bird person, but I still make it happen because mornings should feel like you're setting the tone for the day and not a 20-minute identity crisis. But instead of what do I want to wear, it should be what version of me do I need to perform today? Sad beige minimalist, corporate Barbie, yoga mom, maybe who hasn't yoga since 2022, the burnt out girl boss who just wants a nap. Now, those may be those old identities that you maybe keep falling into and keep finding yourself going back to. So if you're wondering, how do I figure out my style when nothing really fits me anymore, or those things that I have in my closet aren't cutting it? The real answer here, you're gonna have to reframe getting dressed from a task to more like a temperature check. When it feels hard, don't ask, who am I today really? Or start by identifying those 3 core feelings you want to feel in your clothes, and not just trends, okay? Use those as your filter. Remember, we're not running to Pinterest right now. We just wanna see what your mood is, gauge that. The Style Identity Workbook helps you uncover how you wanna get dressed, whether you're empowered or grounded or expressive or soft or fancy. Adjectives that I described in my other video on how to style, on how to address the wardrobe identity issues. Check that out, by the way, because it will help you decide based on your actual life and not a mood board. Don't guess your way into a new wardrobe or use social media to influence you. Use the quiz to start editing with clarity because the quiz will also get you there. But I'll be breaking out a common myth in the next sign because once you hear it, it's going to change how you shop. And let's get into that next sign. Sign number 2, you own multiple of the same things, but you still don't feel satisfied with your closet. Like, imagine this, you have probably racks or closet full of identical pieces of maybe tops, bottoms, whatever it may be, right? You know the drill, right? You have 9 black tops, 5 black tops, but none of them are the black top, the one you need right now. So you keep chasing the one, right? It's not a dating app. This is your closet. This is the thing you interact with every day. Because you're thinking, what? It's given I can fix it, but with your clothes, in case you don't know, you cannot. If you're asking the question, what if I keep buying all these solutions preached to me, but nothing really sticks? And I want you to pause for a second, friend, because instead of buying another dupe or something that someone was talking about in a video, figure out the things that you already own that aren't working. Is it the fit that's off? I want you to figure out with the things you already own, the things that aren't working, okay? Is it the fit that's off, or is it the fabric that's itchy that caused me not to go to it, or is the neckline feel weird, or, you know, you're not missing something. You're probably ignoring the things that are not working in that outfit. And so then you fall into a loop of emotional spending for more of that perfect black top. And then you get stuck in decision fatigue, and that creates a whole closet burnout that we find ourselves in all the time. So use the impulse spending tracker to spot that pattern. It will show you what you're really shopping for. Is it comfort? Is it control? Is it escape? It will help you break that cycle. Take a pause before you buy something new. Number 3, you're dressing for a life you don't even live anymore. So many of us had the post-2020 pivot, okay? That shall not be named, right? The new job, a new lifestyle, a new you. But your closet is still set up for work from home and sitting at a computer and the networking events that you ghosted and the job title that you don't even have anymore. So you've pivoted. Maybe your values have changed, or you're not pretending that heels don't really hurt. That's a big one for me. I stopped pretending. They just look good, but they hurt, right? But your wardrobe probably didn't get that memo. So it's all leftovers from a life that doesn't even fit your life anymore. So it's time to match your wardrobe to your current life. You need to audit, which means evaluate, okay, what you actually wear from Monday through Sunday. If it hasn't touched your skin in 6 months, it's either seasonal, and that's okay, or it's symbolic, and maybe it's time to let that go. So you may be saying, okay, but I work maybe remotely now or whatever. Do I really need to get dressed at all, right? Let's say you work remote. The thing is, even when I was fully remote, getting dressed in the morning changed how I showed up for work. It's about dressing with intention. Whether you're fully back in the office, you're hybrid, you want to show up, because the moment I put on something for work that day, rather than like my pajamas that I slept in, I felt like I was ready to work. My mindset shifted, right? You need to do a lifestyle inventory. You need to figure out how often maybe you leave the house, what type of outfits you gravitate towards, and build from that and not from IG or TikTok and the trends that you see. Number 4, right? Shopping feels like therapy until the packages arrive. I talked about this in my overconsumption video, which talks about the dopamine hit that happens, especially when you're online shopping. You find the item, a dopamine hit goes off, and there could have been multiple dopamine hits from like social media, right? The hit goes off. You wanna buy in that moment. That's one dopamine hit. And then when you actually get the order, that's another one. And both of them feel like a hug in the moment. But then when the box actually arrives, you start to feel maybe the anxiety of like, where do I actually put this in my closet? My closet is full of stuff. Why do I keep buying this stuff? Like, what do I really need this for? It's just maybe another beige sweater or a micro trend that looked better on TikTok and not your grown adult body. And it starts with a little pick-me-up vibe, right? I've had a rough week, let me grab something cute. And then it's like, why did I spend $280 for my Abercrombie at 11 p.m. when I'm physically and literally emotionally tired? But the thing is, if you ask yourself, okay, but how do I stop impulse shopping without really feeling restricted? Because that's the balance, right? And I don't think you want to restrict. That's what I did. I did not restrict. I just reflected. Impulse shopping tracker that I have will help you log everything you bought, why you maybe bought it, what was the feeling that happened, what was the trigger that went into it, and then set those emotional gaps between the feeling of whatever it is that's triggering that mood and then you actually getting that thing. That's the awareness that changes everything, because shopping isn't the enemy. It's the disconnection between the shopping and the dopamine hit and like all the stuff that's happening in that moment that, they get you. But I'm going to show you in sign number 6, how to stop chasing aesthetic and finally build something that sticks. That part alone can probably save you hundreds, if not thousands this year. I mean it. Number 5, you feel guilt when you see the tags still on. Friend, every time you see those untouched pieces, it's like they're whispering, remember me? I was supposed to fix your life, baby. And now they're literally just hanging there. Hello, hi, every day. They're like, hey, we see you. You see it and you remember what it cost. And you're like, oh, why did I do that? It stings a little bit. Not just maybe even the price, but what do you thought maybe it would fix in that moment? Because at the core of it, it wasn't maybe those new pants or shoes or whatever. It was maybe $100 identity crisis you were having in that moment. But let's say you really can't afford to replace everything. And you're asking, what do I do with some of the stuff that I regret buying? You really don't need to replace everything. Let's be honest. You just really need to reframe it. Reclaim your power through editing and not through punishment. I talk about this in my other video where I said, take some of those 10 pieces or things that you don't wear and you purposefully use 10 items of those and remix it into your next week. That's a challenge I had in my other video. You're allowed to forgive your past self. You could sell it. You could swap it. You could try to restyle it. Ideal, right? But don't let it live in your closet with this guilt. That you have this guilt section of your closet. It's not worth it. In the 24 hours impulse tool, we turn those mistake buys into lessons. So you stop repeating the cycle. Now, number 6, you've been chasing 5 different aesthetics at once. Easy to do with social media, Pinterest boards everywhere, so many things happening all the time. 1 week it's skin girl, then it's tomato girl. Then you are in your mom wife era. Oh, then no. I'm edgy now. Your closet is a mess. It's not you. It's not giving what your vibe and who your essence would be. It's like a full-on identity crisis in there. So if you really want to stop changing aesthetics every month, simple, forget chasing all the cores. focus on your anchors. Anchors. I talk about it all the time. Inside the reset kit, I teach you how to build a style foundation around what already works. For me, this tank top that I'm wearing right now is my go-to for a lot of looks. You see it come up so many times, right? Find those 3 to 5 go-to pieces for you that feel the best on you every day. And I want you to reverse engineer your own style around that. That's what you want to build around and not over it. It's not about committing to like a core. It's about creating continuity in your closet. For me, like I said, this tank, right? I know that it's not to share. It works with everything. It is cropped at the level that I want it to. It works with the visual aesthetic that I always go for. I wear it probably 2 to 3 times a week at the minimum. And I'll link it for you, honestly, because it's an MVP in my closet. But I know that's my go-to. Find those in your closet and reverse. Again, you are the roadmap to this. Number 7, you don't feel like anything you wear feels like you. Now, this is the emotional core of it all. You put something on and it's not bad. Really, it's just not you. You don't feel powerful. You don't feel peaceful. You don't feel present. You just kind of feel off, right? Again, I've literally been there. Like, I'm talking from things that have helped me. And this is really the core of it all. You've probably changed. We're constantly changing. Your wardrobe may not be caught up to you yet. So you put those things on and you look okay, but you don't feel seen or strong or your mood or those adjectives we talked about for the day or even home in your body. And let's say you are probably like, okay, what if I don't even know who I am anymore? Like I really am between transition. What do I, if I don't know? But that is the perfect place to start. That's going to be my answer. It is a perfect place to start. Style isn't about impressing anyone. It's about remembering yourself. Who you were when you were 20, when you were 15 was just as valid as you now. And all of those build on themselves. And rebuilding your wardrobe can be a healing process like it was for me when you approach it with intention. That's why the style kit exists. It's not about editing clothes. It's about aligning your closet with your actual life, your current energy, and the values that you obviously hold now, and your vision, to be honest, for your future and your life. It's no pressure. Without pressure, just process. So here's a mindset shift that changed everything for me. It's okay to change. You don't have to keep performing old versions of yourself just because of the clothes that you bought for her. That old you are allowed to evolve. Your style can evolve and grow and get better using the foundations that maybe you already have. And your foundations can evolve. It's always, through evolution. So you shouldn't resist it. You should work with it. Now, if this hit home, take the style quiz to get a sense of where to begin. Use the impulse tracker to stop stress spending, especially when those impulses come up. And when you're ready to rebuild from the inside out, the style reset kit is your blueprint. It's no fluff, no Pinterest pressure, just clarity, peace, and a style that finally feels like you. Drop a comment on which sign hit the hardest, or which one place in your closet doesn't really reflect who you are anymore. I read every single thing. I would love to know. And until next time, bye.